Talking about the poverty and lack of resources in Africa and how lucky America and other developed countries are. It's everywhere, on television, the news, the radio. Parents even use it to promote vegetable eating in their families. How many times have you heard, "You need to eat your vegetables, there are starving children in Africa"? It has become such a popular topic that people have become desensitized to the issue because they've heard about it so much and they cannot do anything to directly benefit the starving children. They're not as stricken about the issue anymore. However, this makes the matter worse because the reality is that 33 million children under 5 suffer from malnutrition. Malnutrition is when the body is deprived of mainly iodine, protein, and vitamins. Starvation is a form of malnutrition, and the effects can be so severe that although the child survives, they are crippled for life. Symptoms of malnutrition include swollen eyes, swollen glands, the disappearance of taste buds, wasting of muscles, yellow skin, and decaying teeth. Because these families are so poor, they cannot afford to buy nutrient-rich meals, and even if they could, that type of thing is hardly ever available. This is why 33% of the children of Africa are affected by malnutrition. 80% are below the average weight for age. There are 15 African countries that show PEM, which is protein energy malnutrition, to be over 50%. Only 8 African countries are unaffected by IDD, which is iodine deficiency disorders. Vitamin A deficiency was reported in 22 countries. 48% of Ethiopian and Mauritian children suffer from malnutrition. 48%. That means that if there are 25 people in the class, 12 would be malnourished. These are numbers and statistics. Yes, they represent the severity of the situation. However, these numbers are actually people. They're children. Although these children may not die from the disease, they are left crippled from the lack of nutrients, and their growth is stunted both physically and intellectually, which disables them from progressing in life. Bill Folk, professor of biochemistry, explained that it's like trying to make a dress and having all the necessary fabric and buttons, but not having enough thread. If you don't have enough thread, you can't make a dress, and some of the fabric and buttons will have to be thrown away in the end. If you don't have the right amount of amino acids, the extra nutrition cannot fully be used. We want to provide a better diet and improve human welfare in one of the most stressed areas of the world. So what's being done? Actions have been taken in places like Ethiopia, which has the best malnutrition prevention program in Africa. Like I said before, the 3 major nutrients needed are iodine, protein, and vitamins, and this program does things like adding vitamin A to flour, cooking oil, and sugar, and ionizing the salt. These actions will increase the nutrients that the children are receiving for no extra cost to the parents. In addition, nutrient education is taught to help Africans better understand what they need to consume in order to survive. These steps have saved nearly 100,000 lives. If we raise more money or receive funding from the World Health Organization, more nutrients can be added to cheap food, and more African citizens can be educated about nutrition. If this occurs, think how many more will be spared from this stunted physical and mental state or death.